What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? This was a interesting day, if nothing else, for cryptocurrency because it feels like the market is getting ready for a massive, massive upside move. Now, what we've seen is, you know what? Let me speed this along for you so that you can get around to the rest of your day. Let's go. Hit that like button. Before we get started, make sure that you check out trobits.com. Make sure that you check it out because burned 173,000 Luna Classic just yesterday and 841,000 SHIB just yesterday. All you have to do, guys, is engage with this site. Go to it, get a little bit of news here for the day. You'll see some of these ads. This is done purely through ads. You have no sign up. There's no requirements, nothing like that. All you have to do is give it a shot and you could contribute to burning Luna Classic. Now, price action. So the price action is we've got a blue day going right now, and it looks like that easy little reversal is in. Now, in the event that this was the first of what could be a nice little wave starting, then, again, we're going to continue to surge up here into this range, in my opinion, over the next few days. And the reason for that is because of this global liquidity flow. Now, if you look at it from the lens that I look at it from, then you see this right here is this right here, this right here is this right here, this right here is this right here, this right here is this right here. And that means that the next move here, if you can see that, I'm paralleling this to this right here, which means that this gigantic impulse is getting ready to happen in these markets. Now, again, global liquidity flow is not an exact science. I'm not sure that I've got this right, but generally speaking, the amount of flow coming into this market, very, very heavy. And if that's the case, then there has to be some kind of breakout. Now, when we look at Bollinger Bands are getting very, very tight. What does that mean? That normally means that there's an impulse move coming. It is my estimation that we're about to get an absolute big move in this market over the next couple of days. So we'll see whether I'm right or not. You never really know. I mean, it's a complicated thing. Donald Trump has kind of thrown a monkey wrench into a lot of this stuff, and going to take a little while to figure out, like, what's the path forward for these investors. So we'll see what happens. By the way, make sure you sign up at Weeks, KCEX, and go to Trobit. Now, up 2% on the day, but the volume continues to decline. So again, not going to be a lot of burning happening. Same thing for USTC, but it's kind of dead even, not really breaking out at all. But the volume is creeping up just a tiny bit. Now, overall, volume is still sitting at 74 billion. So we've run away a lot of retail over the last huge dip. As far as burns go, 215 million over the last bunch of days. Yesterday was 50 million. Today looking really, really light. So, I'm not sure how this is going to end up playing out, but 20 is going to roll off here today, and then this 58 is going to roll off pretty soon. We're going to be down to like 150. It's going to be an interesting lack of burn few days. Go to Terra Casino, by the way, if you're looking for some risk-based gaming news. Not a lot to go on, just a lot of patience right now. Not sure exactly how this plays out. But as for this proposal, we've got this excellent. We need a liquidity boost so people can take profits on chain. 30K is still low. And by the way, this is low, but we have to start somewhere. So a lot of people, I think, are going to like this opportunity. And, this is very, very interesting. I'm going to tell you the clever foils, your same clever foils that are always there crying about everything that doesn't concern the chain dying. I don't really know how to explain it the best way, and I'm sure some of you are more eloquent at describing these failed attempts to stop progress in this ecosystem. We should call it decentralization, because that makes it sound cool, while the price is just continuing bottom out. So and by the way, clarification on entities with Terra Classic rebranding, that's something that we're still voting on. Not going to pass, but that's what we're focused on, right? That's what we're focused on. We don't have a repeg of any sort. We don't have a massive burn protocol of any sort. We don't have we don't have any kind of gigantic launch. We want to make sure that everybody doesn't use Terra Classic when they're branding. This is where we are. So, and I don't like it. Now, as far as meme coins go, not really a lot of change. I mean, you see a little bit of up and down there, just a tiny bit, and I have removed my my Terra, and it's now staked for 30 days at terraport.finance. So in the event that you can certainly go check that out. But Garuda X is up 20% today. So I guess we should acknowledge that one. That one's, let's go look at it right now. You can see right here, it's just kind of popped off just a little bit over the last little while. My wallet might not be updating because I don't think that number is going to be accurate. I think it's going to take a few minutes of being connected here before we get an accurate count. Let's look at this. What if we sold the max amount right here? Yeah, it would sell right now for 184. So I would say Garuda X getting a nice little pump going on right now. Let's look at Enhera. Enhera also did very, very well. Let's see if it's got any kind of movement going right there. Just kind of sitting where it was. So it's just Garuda X. Garuda X has had a nice little pump today. So shout out to the Garuda X team. 291,000 market cap with 15,000 in liquidity. Fair dollar value 722,000. What do we do when this thing actually breaks out? And to be fair, in the event that and by the way, remember, some of these things like Juris are going to be lending institutions. Garuda X has its own path. So, what happens when these go to a couple million? What happens when they go to a couple million market cap? You guys would have made out like bandits. I mean, like just absolute bandits. So, let me know what you think. Still haven't broken one out other than Rakoff and Blame, but we do have Neil still kind of sitting there in a good position. Believes at 330. Wish it was at 1337. If you guys know why, you're goated. But it doesn't really matter. What matters is something unbonding and moving. And again, I want to say I think the market is getting ready to send. So I think a lot of this stuff we're about to see some really big movement on. I don't know. It's the pairing is going to be favorable for any cryptos if Terra Luna starts to really, really rip. But the important part is, getting these things unbonded and out into the wild. I think that's very, very important for the chain. So, I can't stress how important that really is. So, I try to keep this short today. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you like the shorter format? It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.